Greetings and welcome to Calabash Community Talk with me, Ramothibela Jonathan. We continue talking to the businesses in our community. We continue talking to the councillors. We continue giving you the advices. It's Tuesday today. That means we are profiling one of the businesses from the community. But before we go to our guest, remember to do this. Subscribe on our channel, support the community that we want to build. Press that notification button so that you can get information about the content that we're bringing to you. If you want to be part of this show, send us an email. It's podcast@calabashcommunitynetwork.co.za, podcast@calabashcommunitynetwork.co.za. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We will be speaking to Councillor from Hot 43, Councillor Tambani. We'll also be continuing during the week bringing you other content. But today we're speaking to Lerato Ramathibela. Lerato, welcome to.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to our Calabash Community Talk. We know the product they have for Ratavaslap. What is Ratavaslap? Refer background there.
Lerato Ramathibela, based from Deep Kloof. I started Ratavaslap in 2006. But that's when the idea started because of how Lina Ratavaslap. So this is that section where I started like my old lady. Ansara monake sa gola ansara no man tshwanetse ha o le monna o ithate o kenye vaslap o rata vaslap before rata batho ba bang. So the idea actually started in 2006, but I implemented the whole section about two years back because of I've been doing my whole research concerning materials and everything. So yeah, Ratavaslap from Deep Kloof, and represent Majita Mokasi but in an elegant way.
Okay. Remokasi, there's a whole lot of other brands that are under Mokasi. People, you go everywhere where you go. What makes you different from other brands?
Well, you see, for Nights, it's more of trying to collaborate, creating something that other people can collaborate with. For example, I've got places like Boko Fifi, Baitsa Rata Kofifi. I've got places like Bo Di Sofe, Rata Di Sofe, so it's basically for me trying to say to other labels like, guys, you need to be original. So what I've realized is most of our brothers and sisters, they copy stuffs from Europe and they bring it this side. So for me, I just thought, you know what, let me just come up with something original. Magula, Maburu, Makua, they can actually collaborate. Because of how level la libitso la Ratavaslap, ke Siburu le Sekgowa, le Setswana at the same time. So which means I had to create something people will be able to collaborate with. And that's what I wanted to do, just to be different. But in my way of being different, I wanted to be very, very elegant. It's still Mokas. Yeah.
You mentioned the issue of collaboration. That you collaborate, you encourage collaboration. But how difficult is it to collaborate with established businesses in the community?
Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge because why? When you a very young, talented creator, you get labels that have been there for a long time. But now, when you're coming up with brand new ideas, we still have an issue as African people that I would like to see you doing better, but not better than me. So it's one of the biggest challenges that I will always get. But we see the potential, but we won't be able to give you that leeway and everything. So it's for me, I always say to people, you know what, we are at an era where we need to guys to really come together and work together and say, you know what, we can try to minimize the European styles and come up with our own African ways. So that's what I'm trying to do, guys. You know what? Let's collaborate more so that both our brands can be able to be spoken out there.
What goes into creating a brand like Ratavaslap? Where do you start? How do we get it to where it is today?
To be honest with you, discipline, focus, and execution. So I'm more or less on talking, but I'm more on acting. So you get people that they will come up with ideas to say, I want to do 1, 2, 3, but there's no implementation at the end of the day. So I would rather implement than talk after. So that's why for me, Ratavaslap would, come out of all these local labels to say, you know what, instead of just talking, guys, let's just act and just create. And
Ratavaslap is a brand, we see it, but what different products do you have and what markets are you catering for?
Well, Kenali Ratavluzi. So what I'm doing is I'm accommodating spiritual people. Kenali or normal Ratavaslap. This is the one that I'm doing. I'm also accommodating the kids. I've got Rata Bambino. And so far, I'm actually going into your sneakers and your underwear. So from your hoodies to your tracksuits to your jumpsuits. So I'm actually just trying to accommodate even our BBW sisters, to say, you know what, it doesn't mean that just because of you've got a big body, you cannot be dressed. We still accommodate each and every person like that.
So why was it so important that you include spirituality into your products? That I'm still focusing on now.
With the Ratadlozi, I was actually trying to say to our African brothers and sisters, our healers, our spiritual guiders, we grew up and everything. So I came up with this idea, you know what, guys, these people, they can still be neat. These people, they can still be presentable to the community. So I came up with an idea, you know what, I be Ratadlozi, to say to other people out there that these people, something about data. You get healers, particularly now on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We even have slay queens, badingak and healers. So I was trying to say to people, you know what, these people, they're still part of our community, guys, by tata, and they're still neat. Even though we do have those, by now they portray a different side. But for me, I'm a very spiritual person. And I was also trying to say to people, you know what, guys, as African people, come back so that you can go forward.
It's 2 years. How has been the reception at this product in the market, more especially the textile market in the communities?
Well, with the Ratavaslap, it has been a very fruitful transaction because I think now people, particularly healers, if I put it that way, they are now realizing that we've got someone who represents us, because of already the word of mouth has gone out to say, no, Dingaka and healers, they are not neat and everything. So, I'm getting a good reception, particularly from KZN, Lesotho, Botswana. So I'm getting a lot of reception from, the healers, and it's actually getting ahead a bit from the normal Ratavaslap.
You talk about sneakers and underwear that you're bringing into the business. Why those? Why sneakers and underwear?
For me, particularly with underwear, if you go into how many local brands we have, sneakers. And I think it's mostly because we look at the market in a different way. Now my market is mostly for people by tata, and what I'm trying to say to people is I'm coming up in a market where your European people will mostly hit on, which is the underwear. So I'm also going into Rata Cologne, so which is in about 2 or 3 months I'll be taking it out. So underwear, lady sneakers. So the sneakers right now, it's a very, very hard and difficult sector because of you need to be able to speak to certain levels so that you can get that material. So for me right now, I'm introducing the sneakers in a few months. I'm also introducing the underwear. The cologne is also underwear as we speak. But I'm trying to show black people that we don't always have to linger on what Europeans have created. We've got creatives, whether it's Kokahiso, whether it's Pretoria, Northwest, KZN, we've got young people who are creative. So we're coming up with all these ideas, and all we need is just our people to support us.
The textile industry in the country has got many challenges that is facing, more especially with the competition that comes from the Asian countries. How are you navigating this problem that is brought in the Asian countries more on?
Well, from my side, this is what I've been trying to do, gore ke kopantse our local brands together. Because of what seems to be our hardships, it's only machinery and lack of having factories so that we can produce our own material. So what I'm trying to do here is, I'm trying to say to other labels, whether it's from Kagiso, whether KZN, but as African creatives, let's come together. Let's create something that we can be able to buy machinery so that we can be able to create our own material. Instead of going to Europe or Asia to buy stuff, let us be able to create our own machinery and own material so that we can be able to say, let's remove the third man and how about to support? Manufacturing from the start. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to say to our African brothers and sisters, if you have a brand, if you have something let's buy machinery, let's create a factory whereby we can be able to produce something for our brothers and sisters. So that's what I'm trying to get through to our young creatives. But then it's a challenge because of why? No, but Ratavaslap is making more revenue than us. It has more marketing than us. But it's not about that. We need to connect each other. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to connect each and every local label so that they're going to collaborate.
Do you think working with other people in the community and collaborating with them in the community will make you grow as a business and grow the textile industry?
No, it definitely can, because of what I'm realizing is, in the past 3 or 4 years, and according to the stats, black people, they want to support black products. They want to be there to support local brands. But now what they also need as clients, they need the best quality, the best brand, and the best service from our side. So I still think we can still manage to be able to cut off them. But what I also need from the community side, Abuti, is that they need to realize that you cannot compare a developed brand with a developing brand. Right now we're still developing. So I don't want our brothers and sisters but Nike can do this, Reebok can do this. We are developing. So I still think we can still get there. Only what we need to do is just to be disciplined and be able, okay, this is our mission and we can be able to go ahead with it.
Since you've started the business, what are the challenges that you had to deal with?
For starters, I'll be honest with you. It's manufacturing. Manufacturing, it's delivery. And this is what I need our black brothers to understand, that we have to go somewhere. So my challenges is lack of machinery and lack of courier services. So we cannot get to clients in time. That's why Utola Hangata. The client didn't go Instagram, Twitter, they complain or no. And everything. So it's mostly about machinery and the time span.
How can you be helped to grow the business and get the equipment?
I always say to people, you cannot compare a spoiled brat to a hustler.
Yeah.
What can I say? Now the thing is, you're getting people who already they have backup from the families.
Okay,
Rona. Arna backup ya society, arna backup ya hore mtatel mama uting and everything. So the difference is, we need to cut that barrier to say, guys, listen, I've got machinery. Ratavaslap come, Sula come. Let's connect kaufela so that the service salon will be more quicker. So that's what I'm trying to connect to people and other local labels. So guys, when you have equipment, let's work together so that the will be much more quicker. But what I'm always saying is that Oscar compare mutona le supporter family. Le motos oilong gore wa tsoga go seng o ya go strateng o go pantato re abuti support. It's a huge difference.
There's many brands that came from Mokasi. We see Diata, Diashwa, but yours is growing daily. You bring in celebrities also to be the brand ambassadors. How are you getting it right? My
brother, to be honest with you, you need to put God first. acknowledge your ancestors, and have that thing inside of you. Wabana, if you have that fire inside of you, you're going to be different from all these other brands. So for me, I started to say, let me invest first. What other local labels I will always advise is, invest first in marketing and advertising. Within a month I want to be a millionaire. No, you have to work hard. So get through the right channels. This thing, I'm shy. Get to people. So for me, I had to get through to your celebs, to your influential people to say, listen, this is my brand and this is where it's going. Let's work together. It's about born. No, it's very different. So it's all about marketing and advertising. If you approach people wearing your own brand, it's easier for you to say, no, Lerato Montle, and I would also like to look like him. But now what others are doing is, you're selling your brand, but you're not wearing your brand. So let us start to implement wearing your own stuff.
From now, in 3 years to come, where do you see this brand?
I'll be having a factory. I'm going to employ a lot of African brothers and sisters. I'm going to be dressing influential people, ministers, presidents, but I won't be in the country.
You will still be in the country?
I won't be in the country.
You won't be in the country?
I won't be in the country.
Why?
When you get a chance from me as an individual, and everything like that, when you get a chance, move out. And why I'm saying this, it's because of we need to, guys, explore other avenues. Mokasi, you always get negativity forces. You always get people by they don't want to see you make it. But if we're not really serious, the moment you get a chance to get out of the hood, guys, please get out of the hood so that you can be able to explore other avenues. 5 things that you want to say. This is what you must do when you start your business. Number 1, find your niche, what you want to do in your life. Not what you have to impress people about. Find your niche. Number 2, discipline. Number 3, always, guys, do your research about whatever you want to do. Number 4, execute, act. Act. Then the 5th one, always involve God and your ancestors. Those are the people that will guide you. Guys, listen, go to Ratavaslap on Instagram, Twitter. This is where you get your elegant local stuff. From Ratadlozi, Ratapambino, Ratavaslapa. From your families to Magogo to Matala. Go there, check whatever you want to see, then you can order whatever you want to do. My number is 083-209-2046 on WhatsApp. Then Instagram and Twitter, Ratavaslap. That's it.
Abut Lerato, thank you very much for this. Motomonte is being asked and Ratavaslap Arkopane Hapegamos. Thanks for watching. Please share your comment and like this video. Help us grow our community by pressing the subscribe button and grow with us.